Hi, I'm Miel Mallow, and you're watching Orgasm Central TV.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, you should do commercials.
Want me to do it again just to be sure?
No, it's fine. No. But how did you got it? It's so great to have you on. Because I was watching some of your interview with Jasmine Claire.
Yeah.
Uh and so I just wanted if you could tell my fans, how did you get started in this industry?
It was in 2002, so it's a long time ago. It was another century. I start. I was like maybe in my 20s, beginning of 20s, because I'm not good in mathematics. But it was a little ad in this newspaper here in Montreal, and it was very a bubbly hat. And I don't know, when you're young, you want to try stuff, and I answered to that hat, and when I arrived, it was in the old port. It was Live Can Network. It was a big studio with two floor, and it was very impressed. And I was like, wow, it's not like a average judge you do at 20, and there was a little room, and I start doing camming there, and I really liked it. And at that point, I started from there, and I still cam now in my 40s. Um, the only thing is for sure, like Life Can Network didn't close the door, but now studio is not very popular anymore. Everybody's work from home, and they're still in business, but more doing software. So me, I have to not rebrand, but redirect myself. So I find StreamMate France, and now I'm doing StreamMate France, and I'm doing calls on Arouser to how do you say that? Sexting and phone call. I tried Night Flirt, but I think it's a whole software, and I'm not good with HTML, so I don't know how to manage that. So yeah, and that's how I start. Like I always, for sure, I took some break, like because sometimes when you're in your 30s, you're like, am I gonna do this all my life? You're not sure. You have a pressure with the society, and you're like, imagine like in your 40s. I don't have kids, so, like what do you say to people when you work in that? But in my 30s, I was more concerned about that, so I worked completely like jobs, real jobs, and I went to school and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I realized that at 40, like sometimes a little. I don't judge people because life is hard. I tried it myself, but $25 per hour, even if I cut everywhere, I can't even pay my car or stuff like that. So I decided to jump back again and do it. Yeah.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you did it.
That was long.
No, 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 no. I've seen women give like longer soliloquies and whatnot. So
Okay.
that was more like medium.
Okay.
But what do you love most about your work?
Of course, it's the schedule. I'm my own boss. Um, you can decide when you want to post, what do you want to post. You can be creative. You can try new stuff that sometimes you never think about. If it doesn't work, doesn't matter. You try something else, or you stick to what you used to do. So yeah, that's the biggest part. And the biggest part is to meet people in the industry that like the same thing as you, and that they open mind about it, because um my my family knows about it for sure, but I'm not gonna go at Christmas dinner. So how was your show yesterday? And we don't talk about that. They doing my taxes, they know. But I have a pretty small circle of friends. When I was in my 30s, I have bigger circle. But now, like, I'm keeping the person who knows, and that don't judge. So, um, I see someone he knows, I think he's okay with it, but like we don't talk about it. But sometimes, still in my 40s, I'm scared. Like if this person doesn't work out, I'm always have the thing behind my mind. If I find someone, is he gonna accept it? So yeah, but that's about it.
So what's your favorite thing to do on camming? Because I know camming is like a wide plethora of different fetishes and kinks and
Oh
stuff. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
do you have guys that just want to do like JOI stuff, or guys that are into doming, or guys that just want something softer?
My favorite thing to do, seriously, but I like to be on cam and talk to people and meet people for sure. And I'm very bubbly and talking, but sometimes you need to go to the action. um, for sure, like in my private show, it's I have toys. I like to for sure dance, undress, having fun. Um, I tried to be a little bit of a dumb side. It was a little bit hard for me because in my real life, I'm more submissive. So to be a dumb when you're not submissive, but more like pleaser people, it's very hard because I don't know. I can do it. I can do it with some people that it's very easy, but yeah, I'm more on the submissive side. But what that's what I like to do on cam, shows, dancing, and now I'm starting like cooking show once per week, and I do it like in a gold show, and that's pretty fun because you never know where it's gonna end. I'm a pretty good cook, so I cook some stuff, but at that point, the show's turning out like put some oil on your tits and stuff like that, and they try sometimes to push further. I'm like, I have a oven open, so let me finish the recipe and we continue after. But I think it's not been that much explored, but sexy cooking show can be very fun.
Damn. That's yeah, that's you're right about that.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Are you just mostly independent, or are you open to working with other studios?
I'm more independent. Like I said, I for now I work for the StreamMate platform. Um, I try to open other platform. Um, camming it's about constancy and it's about patience. On StreamMate, I already have a base fan, so for me to log in and do shows, it's sometimes it's going well, but some days it's going slow. So sometimes the day is going slow, you're always thinking about yourself. Oh, maybe should I open my horizon and try other platform? But I opened the platform, but when you need to at least 2, 3 weeks to get to know, and maybe I don't know if it's the age, but I don't have the patience for that. So I try to stick to one place and so I'm sticking with streaming, but for sure, like a woman every month has her own thing, and sometimes during night you don't want to be on cam. I tried night flirt, like I said before, but for me maybe I'm not patient enough, so I went back to my old arouser. It's called arouser.com to sexting and phone calls. So that's I don't know if you call it studio, but it's more platform. For sure, if one day it's gonna be hard, if StreamMate or our browser want to suggest me, okay, you need to work for us, I don't know which one I'm gonna choose, but for now, both are stable, so I'm gonna wait for that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I noticed there are a lot of um I don't know if you do this, but like there are a lot of girls on Feet Finder too, but like just they make bank on Feet Finder.
I tried it for a year, and but I think my biggest problem is, and if the when the people is gonna see this, and because I'm gonna post it, my biggest problem is constancy. Some days I'm gonna push a bunch, and some day I'm gonna be. So I think maybe I need to take some days during my week to plan what I need and put it for a month. That's the thing. Even at 4, I need to figure it out because it's not too long ago I started back full time. So for sure, I still have the mindset that I work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. But I know, like with this job, I need to be more consistent. But I know I can do it because everybody, like when you want to do something and you're ready for it, you need to do it. So right now, I'm just putting myself there and try everything to succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. Although there are some guys out there, you could just post one picture of your feet or your ass or something like that, and they'll just buy the same picture over and over again.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But Feed Finder, I tried, and I have like so much imagination. I wanted to make some. I don't say I'm not gonna never gonna do it again, but it's a branch that I'm thinking about because it's easy and I find it fun, and I wanted to make a picture like yes, a feet, but at that point I was like, I should buy a cake and put my feet in the cake and or sushi around my feet, and you need to be very creative to get out of the loop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But here's one of those long-winded questions. According to the 2022 Free Speech Coalition, 46% of adult workers have been restricted on services like PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. 36% of adult performers have lost at least one bank account. 55% have been denied insurance because of their background, and 50% have been denied a loan because of sex work. What do you think of those statistics?
I think it's pretty high, seriously, especially in 2024. I have my PayPal closed for that in the past. I have a new PayPal now, but I'm using it for more everyday shopping. I'm so scared to use it again because it's not adult friendly, and I think I need to talk about this right now. Um, when you work for any platform now, there's not direct deposit, there's no PayPal, there's nothing. So what I find very hard in that is like you need to use a third party. Right now, I find two third party that it's I think pretty good on the fees. But the thing is, you get your money, and when you want to transfer it to your bank account, they're gonna take a percentage to transfer it to your bank account, and you like even if it's like few bucks or 10 or 15, but it's still the money that you work. I understand the fees process they need to process for that, but I think it's sometimes outrageous because I don't like you work for the money what because sexting is not very like well seen in this community, not community, but in this society, in this world. So they make us pay more to get our money. So that's the point. I think it's a little bit sad. And yes, for bank account, um, for me it's very hard sometimes to get a loan or something because I'm a contractor, and even if I have a good credit, even if I pay everything on time, and this and that, when you arrive what you do in life and you say I'm a can performer on the internet, even if it's legal, they're like, yeah, but we need a better job in that. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, but like my better job pay less that than that.
Yeah,
So I'm like, and I'm not, do you prefer have someone, it's not judging here, but we're talking about me. You prefer me to work at $15 per hour and not able to pay, but you're gonna lend me a loan because I have a job, but maybe I'm gonna have hard time to pay, or I'm a independent contractor and I'm making X per week, and I'm always gonna be on time to pay. So I find it sad. I find it sad for all the people working in this industry because sometimes it's not that easy to get loan, or a lot of people get their bank account, yes, closed, or PayPal. Yeah. And me, I'm in Canada, based in Canada. So I know they have Vimo, Cash App, and all those, but me, I can use those one. And we don't. I tried to search on the net what's similar to that, and in Canada, I have a hard time to find something equal to that to get paid.
Yeah, because I'm well, and technically it's not just sex workers. It's like the old, I don't know how often you come to America, but there's this old saying that no taxation without representation. Well, now they tax everything. Because I remember when I started working in college and my check wasn't what it was supposed to be, and I talked to my boss about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, those are taxes. They took it out." And I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like I don't know if but he's a best friend of mine since I started in the business. Is because of Mark Prince on LifeCan Network. He has too much dot net now, but it was the same company. I remember here in Quebec, one of the year because it's adult industry and in taxes, like you make for sure. You have the studio, you make so a lot of money. It's a studio, and we were happy to because we were making money. But I remember, like I think one of the year, like the I don't know what to say in English, but the taxes come after him, and at that point, I think that's at the part. And here in Quebec, we have two taxes, so I was very sad or what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard out there for a content creator.
Yeah.
But what can people do to help sex workers?
Uh, on okay, but they ask many level of that, but for the people who are like consuming it, but for sure, if you like that person, so even if it's like a little tip, but like just show your appreciation because there's so much free stuff on the internet and a lot of girls sometimes or men or whatever they working and they get in platform for free because they took the picture of them or they took the videos of them, so at that point it's going on the internet for free. So I suggest maybe to follow to help them with their social media to show your appreciation and I think that's about that. Sometimes and I know we're living right now in a world that money is insecure. Um, Even if it's like $1, sometimes the person's going to be happy because, and that's about it. And for the sex, for the maybe the other level, like the society that doesn't really like, I don't know how to. I think what you do right now, I think it's pretty good because maybe it's going to help people to see our sex work is just not someone who's showing the body. They're human being and they work hard for it, and it's not like it's a work like any kind of work. Of course, it's in the adult industry, but I remember once Marilyn Monroe say, "Make love, not the war." So I don't see why we're so judged about that. Um, Still in this world there's a lot of people with closed mind and it's okay like we can be all those people but maybe just to be a little bit more conscious that it's a work and we like yeah we put a lot of hours in it and we pay our taxes like everybody. We have stuff to pay and some months yes some months because people say it's easy money but it's not that easy like it's work and consistent and some months you can have good money and some months it's not doing well and that's why you need. I'm gonna tell all the people here that work, if you have good months, don't spend it on cars. Don't spend it on clothes or. Well, you can go to a restaurant or spend on the clothes, but put the money on the side because you never know when it can crash. So I know I'm a little bit out of subject, but yeah, that's about it.
So what makes you stand out in this industry?
My French accent. Stand up. I just want to be sure. Like, what's my stand up? Like, to be to stay in the industry or to people, other people seeing me
Like, what makes you unique?
unique. But for sure, I'm French Canadian and I have a pretty good English. So a lot of people loves to come in my room, and especially on StreamMate, I have a lot of French people like customer. So when the English people coming in, I always greeting him in English, but they know it's French too, and I have more people like even like the English. They say, "Okay, can you make me love in French?" or something like that. So probably that side, probably my bubbly side, probably my understanding side, open mind side, I think. Um, and even like if I'm more the old generation. Right now it's very competitive, and like I said, I took a break for a long time. So for me to come back in this industry that way, the way it is, it's hard for me to stand out of the law. But I got the experience of the old industry, and I know where it came from because I wasn't pretty much on the webcamming when it first started, and I see the evolution of it and all the platform. At the beginning, it was few platform. Now there's so many. I can't even to go too much on the porn side because I never did porn. So I'm not gonna go in there because I don't know what the industry is. But probably I heard, especially on Jasmine podcast, this girl like last week saying that there's no more porn star, and it's hard to be porn star now because it's all influencer and stuff like that. So again, I'm a little bit out of subject, but yeah, that what's make me unique. It's probably my French side.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
No, it's totally fine. I love a woman with a sense of humor. So it's,
Okay.
but yeah. So where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years?
Uh, but like I said, I would like really to work very hard at it the next 10 years because I'm still in the mindset and able and put money a lot of the side so I can retire. And probably in 5 and 10 years, maybe traveling. I love travel. I don't know if I'm gonna stay in Quebec. I love Quebec, but the winter is hard, and I want to. I travel a lot, but I want to see more of the world. And yeah, I have other passion, of course. So maybe it's passion that it's hard to get money from it, but it's passion that if you're very stable financially, you can put your time in this. So 5, 10 years, enough money on the side to maybe like not retired, but almost.